Can you fight a public nuisance fine with due process? Imagine getting a ticket for something you didn't even realize was against the law. That's where due process comes in to protect your rights when facing public nuisance fines. Yes, you can challenge a public nuisance fine through due process protections. This means the government must follow fair procedures before penalizing you or ordering you to stop certain activities. Due process guarantees you notice of the alleged nuisance, an opportunity to respond, and a fair hearing or court trial. Public nuisance laws are meant to protect the community from disturbances like loud noises, bad odors, or unsafe conditions. When the government issues a fine or order to fix or stop a nuisance, courts want to make sure the process is fair and respects your rights. Usually, it starts with the government filing a complaint or making a formal declaration that your property or activity is causing a nuisance. You then receive a notice explaining what you're accused of and giving you a set period, often 30 days, to respond or contest the claim. During this time, you can submit evidence, gather witnesses, or argue that your activity isn't a nuisance or that the fine is unfair. A hearing or court session is scheduled where both sides can present their case. Courts tend to look at whether the law was clear and whether you had a real chance to defend yourself. Sometimes, public nuisance laws are written in broad or vague language, which can lead to legal fights claiming they violate due process. Courts generally uphold these laws but emphasize that penalties must be reasonable and that individuals must be given a fair shot to defend themselves. Many quirky state laws include odd nuisance ordinances, like fines for loud music from lawnmowers or for keeping certain yard decorations. If you get fined for something unusual, understanding the specific local law helps you fight back. You can challenge the fine by asserting your right to due process, especially if the law was vague or applied unfairly. When you receive a public nuisance fine, the best move is to carefully review the notice and the law cited. Respond promptly to preserve your right to a hearing. Collect evidence or witnesses that show your activity isn't a nuisance or that the fine is unreasonable. If the law seems overly broad or confusing, consulting a legal expert can help you navigate the process. In the end, due process acts as a safeguard against unfair punishment. Even with strange or unexpected local rules, you have the right to a fair hearing before any penalties are enforced. This ensures that your property rights and personal freedoms are protected, even when the laws seem a little odd.